number 11, human eye and the colorful world. In our first video session we have understood about human eye. In second video session we understood about defects of human eye. In that we have understood about myopia, hypermetropia, presbyopia and cataract. In our previous video, means in our third video, we understood how refraction is done due to glass prism. Also we have understood the phenomena of dispersion of light, in which the 7 colors are separated from the white light due to prism. And the similar concept of rainbow we have understood, that's also internal reflection and dispersion of light which happens naturally in our atmosphere. Today we are going to understand about atmospheric refraction. Right, so first we will start our journey with atmospheric refraction. We know that when refraction will take place, we know that when light enters from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, it changes its direction. So that is called refraction. And here the refraction is done due to atmosphere. So that is called atmospheric refraction. But is there different layers in atmosphere? Yes, there are different layers in atmosphere. We can think that our atmosphere is made up of different layers, and the density of every layer is not same. So as we can say that the sun, from the sun, the light, it will, when it enters into our atmosphere, for different layers their refractive index will be different, right? Somewhere it will be denser, somewhere it will be rarer. It is not constant. Okay, so when from sun light will enter into our atmosphere, and due to this difference in their optical density, it will changes its medium and refraction will take place. So such type of refraction which is done due to different layer of atmosphere, that is called atmospheric refraction. So atmospheric refraction is nothing, it is the refraction which is done due to atmosphere. And why that happens? So our atmosphere is not steady, our atmosphere is not constantly dense, right? Its density for different layer it is different. And also we know that the portion of humidity, portion of wind, the sunlight, that also varies with time. So these all factors also affect to the density, to the optical density of different layers of atmosphere. So due to this we can have the refraction of light due to atmosphere. So such type of refraction is called atmospheric refraction. Some phenomena which are based on this atmospheric refraction, that also we have to study. Here we will study the two phenomena. First is twinkling of stars, which is based on atmospheric refraction. How it is done, that we will study. And also we will study that there is a delay and a early in sunrise and sunset. So advanced sunrise and delayed sunset, that also we are going to understand. So let's start first with twinkling of stars. You can see that stars, right? This is our actual position of star, right? This is the actual position of star. The light ray from star, it will enter into the atmospheric medium. As we all know that atmosphere is made up of different layers. So the above layer it will be rarer, and as we move downward it will become more denser. So as it becomes denser, its refractive index eta, it will also get increases. So when the light from star, it enters into atmosphere of earth, and when it tries to reach into observer's eye, what happens? As we all know that when light moves from rarer medium to denser medium, it will move towards the normal. So when light ray is coming from star to atmosphere of earth, it will move towards the normal. So at every time it will try to move towards the normal. At every stage it will try to move towards the normal, and this way we can have the image of our star. Okay, so see, when it enters from rarer medium to denser medium and it comes towards the normal, and when it enters into our eye, this portion is also not constant. Sometimes it will get increased, sometimes it will get decreased. So that increasing and decreasing, and also we know that the atmosphere of Earth, it is also not steady, as we discussed that due to the humidity, due to the different layer of atmosphere. Right? So when light will enter, sometimes it will be more intense and sometimes it will be low. So when we will observe the star, and even they are point-like object. So when that point-like object, it radiates the light and it enters into our eye in atmosphere of Earth, so it will increase and it will decrease. Right? So due to that, we can say that the stars, we feel that they are twinkling. So again, it's a very easy concept that when light from star, it enters into atmosphere of Earth, it passes from rarer medium to denser medium. As it passes from rarer medium to denser medium, it will always go towards the normal, right, and enters into observer's eye. The atmosphere of Earth, it is also not steady due to wind, due to humidity, right, due to sun. It continuously varies, and the observer, whatever intensity of light he is feeling, sometimes it will increase and decrease. So due to this variation of intensity of light which is felt by the observer will see that the star is twinkling. One more thing, that when it enters from rarer medium to denser medium, it moves towards the normal, the light ray, it moves towards the normal due to atmospheric refraction. So our star, we will have at little bit higher position. We will observe the star little bit that it's higher than its original position, right? So this question can be also asked to you, that the image of star which is formed, that will be slightly higher than its actual position. So why this happens? So the light which is entering from rarer medium to denser medium, it moves towards the normal, and due to that atmospheric refraction, the image of star, it seems little bit higher than its actual position, right? So this way they can also ask you the scientific reason that why stars are twinkling, or they can also ask that why position of star, means the image of star, it looks slightly higher than its actual position. So for both of the phenomena, the atmospheric refraction is responsible. How it is responsible? Again repeating beta, when it enters from rarer medium to denser medium, it moves towards the normal and the intensity is not same. So due to that intensity, sometimes it will be more intense, means it increase or it decrease. So due to that, we will have twinkling of star. This is the reason. And another reason, that when light enters from rarer to denser, it will move towards the normal. So slightly we will get the image slightly to the higher position to its actual position, right? So the image of star, it is seen little bit higher than the actual position of star. So one question arises in our mind, that sir, stars are twinkling, but why planets are not twinkling? So simple, you also know that answer. Actually the stars are point-like object, and as we all know that planets are bigger in size, so they are not point-like object. Okay. Second important thing, that stars are very far while the planets are near in comparison to stars. And due to these two reasons, we can say that the stars, it will twinkle, but planets we can't see twinkling because it is near. So as it is near, it looks bigger, so it will not behave as a point-like object. So when the intensity will increase and decrease for star, because it looked like a point, but here there is a set of points, so we can't have that effect of twinkling in planets. Now the next phenomena which is related to atmospheric refraction, that is advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. First of all, what is called sunrise and sunset? Actually, whatever we observe, not that way, but what is sunrise and sunset? So when the sun gets over the horizon, right? Suppose here I am indicating this as a horizon. So if sun is, it come over the horizon, here is the observer, right? But try to understand, whatever we observe and what actually happened, that will be different here. When actual sun will come over the horizon, so that is called sunrise. And when the actual come will at other side, it will go down to the horizon, that is called sunset. Now, due to refraction which is done by atmosphere, what we study, that for star, right, this will be the actual position. So we have an image of star slightly in upside, right? So similarly, this can also happen in sun. See, twinkling is the different phenomena, and to observe it slightly at height, that's a different thing. So see, this we observe, and this is actual. So let's try to understand this with sun. Suppose here is an observer, and the observer is observing the sun. So simple, sun, this is the actual position of sun. So due to the atmospheric refraction, we will know that the image, it will look slightly upside in comparison to that. So when we are looking to the horizon, we are there to analyze the sunrise. So we will observe the sun, but that is our observed sunrise. Actually, when sun will come over the horizon, that is called sunrise. So see, this we will see little bit early in comparison to the actual sunrise. Again, bit I am repeating. Actual sunrise and the observed sunrise, both are different. Observed sunrise, it is done by the observer, but the sunrise, the phenomena, it is based on sun, right? So as observer will see the sun, he will say that sun is rise, but that's not the actual sunrise, because we know that the sun, it will look slightly higher in comparison to its original position. Now one question will be there in your mind, sir, so can't we see two suns? No, it's not like that, right? We are observing only one. Second is there, but we can't observe it. It's not that the second one is invisible. Understand it properly. Whatever we felt by our eyes, that is only there. So actually the position of sun which we are observing, if we take the altitudes and all, so you will used to know, if we have a complete and very accurate measurements of it, so we will used to know that the observed sun, its angle, and the actual sun, where is there according to the position, according to the astronomical position where it is, so there will be a slightly difference in it, right? And that is due to atmospheric refraction. So here you can see that this is the actual position of sun, but as sun will come above the horizon, we have observed the sun before it. So what we can say here, the sun rise for us, it is done little bit early, it is done little bit in advance. So we will observe this and we will say that sun is rise, but no, actually it will take time. So the sunrise for us, the observed sunrise for us, it will be quite earlier than the actual sunrise, and this is done due to atmospheric refraction. Now, how much difference of time is between this? So for your information, the advanced sunrise, it's of 2 minutes only. Okay, like here we can understand it with one example. Suppose we observe the sun at 7. Again I am telling, this is the observed sunrise. So according to us, the sunrise, it is at 7. But that is the observed sunrise. See, this will be at 7. But when actual sun will rise, it will rise at 7:02. So this is our observed sunrise, right? So this observed sunrise and the actual sunrise, there will be difference of 2 minutes in it. Similarly, if we just think that this is the east direction, right? Sun rises in east, so it will be like that, east direction, and after noon, and then we can understand the same phenomenon here for sunset. Here also you can see that the actual position of sun and the horizon, above the horizon, the image which we are forming of it. So there will be also a difference of 2 minutes. So how it will be? Simple. As you can see that this is early. So here if we take the example that at 6:30, right? If we take the example at 6:30, that at 6:30 sun is set, but it is set at 6:28. So you can say that here the sun set, which is our observed, and this is the actual sunset, right? So here also there is difference of 2 minutes, right? And here it is delayed, right? The observed sunset, it is 2 minutes late in comparison to actual sunset. Similarly, here what happens at 7? That is our observed sunrise, and this is what our actual sunrise. So the observed sunrise, it will be 2 minutes earlier in comparison to actual sunrise, and the observed sunset, it will be 2 minutes late in comparison to actual sunset. So this way, in delay also there will be of 2 minutes. So particularly in one day you are having difference of 4 minutes, and that we know very well that earth, it rotates and it revolves around the sun also, and the difference is our one day means the rotation over its axis, it is of 23 hours and 56 minutes. And you know what, due to this 4 minutes of difference, this happens till 4 years, and it will give us a one day, that is our 29th of Feb. So as you can say that after every 4 years, this 4 minutes, it get together and it form a day. So that is our 29th of February. That's our leap year. In the leap year, we are having 29th of February. Now you can understand that why every 4 years we are getting one day as a bonus. That's our 29th of Feb. Okay, so that is due to this difference of 4 minutes. So see, again, the topic is very easy to understand. Advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. Here, why advanced? So the observed sun and the actual sunrise, there will be difference of 2 minutes, but whatever we observe, we call it as sunrise or sunset. So according to our observation, right, it will be 2 minutes earlier in comparison to the original, means to the actual sunrise. And here our observed sunset, it will be at 6:30, but actually it will be at 6:28. So that will be delay of our observed sunset in comparison to actual sunset, and that will be also of 2 minutes. So this way we can understand the advanced sunrise, which is of 2 minutes, and delayed sunset, that's also of